Hello. Today, we're going to talk about the 5 signs that your twin flame is thinking about you. And this signs video is going to be markedly different from all the other signs videos that you've seen before. And I'm even going to explain why this video is different and why these are the actual correct signs that your twin flame is thinking about you. So buckle up. You're going to get something that you've never heard before. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Kurt, and I'm the world's leading twin flame coach. I've coached about 5,000 students to date. Just a hair under 5,000. I just counted yesterday, as a matter of fact, and got the official number. That's a lot of people, guys. Now, how did I do it? Is it because I'm special and I think I'm better than anybody, that I'm authorized to say what the actual correct signs are? No. It's because what I'm going to share with you today is different at its core. That's why I've been able to help so many wonderful people on what is ordinarily a pretty painful journey, guys. And I went through it too. The obsessive thinking, the back and forth, the sleepless nights, the sense of meaninglessness that you experience, just everything falling apart. I was there, guys. So quickly, how this video is going to work, I'm going to list the signs. First of all, just bullet point by bullet point. That's what I'm going to do. Second, I'm going to just quickly kind of touch on what are the signs that we are commonly told are signs that your twin flame is thinking of you, or that they're going to come back, or whatever it is, right? What are some of those common things that we see online about twin flames as far as what the signs are? And then last but definitely not least, going more in depth about each one of the bullet points, what the specific signs are, and as I explain each of them, it'll become evident to you why these are the correct actual signs that your twin flame is thinking about you, or even that they could be coming back soon. Because if they're thinking about you, it's probably because they're going to be coming back soon. So what are the signs? Well, sign number 1 is called Satori, which is an experience that cannot really be described, but I will try. And I'll even give you some tools if you would like further information, and you'll get it. You'll get it. If you embark on using those tools. The second sign, sign number 2, is you haven't given them a thought in ages, which sounds very strange to some of you watching, possibly because you can't seem to stop thinking about this person. The obsessive thinking is like a dead giveaway on this journey, because it's like it's happening to you and you can't fucking turn it off. It's insane. Your brain is going 1 billion trillion miles an hour. But actually, you haven't even thought about them in ages. And I'm even going to give you resources on how to shut down the obsessive thinking in this video. Number 3, you just know that they're thinking about you, or you know they're going to come back soon, or that you're going to hear from them. And it's not mental. It's a different kind of knowing. It's coming from the soul, actually, literally. Remember, your body, mind, soul. And that's one of the main reasons I've been so prolific a twin flame coach, is I don't reinvent the wheel. I'm getting back to basics with spiritualism, because your twin flame is your spirit. They're your soul, right? And we'll talk more about that in a moment. The fourth one is you are focused on your spiritual journey. And I'm even going to define that for you. What is the spiritual journey? Remember, your twin flame is your spirit. They're you in another body, right? It's the soul splits, or it's 2 incarnations of the same soul, or something like that. That's what we see all around, and that part is true. That is true. But you're just focused on that. You're not even thinking about the person, and that's when they're thinking about you. It's a strange dichotomy, and there's a reason for that. We're going to talk about that. Okay, sign number 5, and this one's really obvious. They contact you. They might even unblock you if they have you blocked, and I'm absolutely serious. I'm going to give you the tools to do that in this free video. And of course, if you'd like to sign up for my paid coaching, just click on the link down below. It's super affordable. I even have payment plans, guys. I'll take the total price and break it up into smaller chunks, and you can get started right away. So what are some of the common things that we hear out there about this journey, about the signs that indicate your twin flame is coming back or that they're thinking of you, etc.? Well, you're going to hear things like, oh, you're going to see a bunch of numbers all over the place, lots of repeating number patterns. And that does happen. But that happens to anybody on anyone's spiritual awakening journey, actually. That's not unique to twin flames. Okay? And it's more of an externalized sign, too. You're looking out there for answers, okay? And what we're going to talk about in this video is you're going inside, okay? So here's another externalized kind of sign that we hear. You're going to see their name everywhere, or you're going to see your twin flame's car everywhere, or you're going to see things that remind you of your twin flame, or you're going to have strange synchronistic turning of events all the time and stuff like that, which can happen, but it's not, again, part and parcel to the twin flame journey. And as a matter of fact, when you see their name all over the place, your twin flame, it's really because you're thinking about them so much. My twin flame is permanently in my life, and obviously I don't obsessively think about her, right? That's sign number 2, my signs, what I'm saying the signs are. And I don't really see her name around like I used to, ever. Why is that? Well, because I'm not thinking about her. Your thoughts create your reality, guys. That's just your energy coming back to you. When you see the numbers and your twin flame's name and things that remind you of them, that's really just the law of attraction. That's all that is. And if you're thinking obsessively about your twin flame, they're going to be running harder than ever. So those are some of the common signs that we see. If you would care to leave perhaps some of the other ones that I missed down below, you know, what is this twin flame mythology that we see online, right? And granted, it's the internet, right? I mean, you know, it's the internet. That's what you're going to get. You're going to get lots of incorrect information and maybe some good information. And I realize I'm just another guy on the internet, but I think, again, you'll find the way that I explain this phenomenon to people very, very different at its core than pretty much everybody else. And that speaks as to why my track record is what it is. 5,000 students, caused more unions than anybody else. So I would like to hear from you. What are some of the other signs that we see out there? If you would care to leave a comment in the comment section below, what are some of the other signs that we hear about this? That your twin flame is coming back soon, or whatever it is. You know, mission is one that you hear. You got to get on your mission, and you don't. That has not been my experience or with my students. You may choose to do something that resembles a mission. You may do that and you may not. But a lot of people, they get trapped into this cyclical thinking of failure. If I don't find out what my mission is, if I don't pick my mission, then I'm a failure and my twin flame's never going to come back. And that's another reason I don't like stuff like that. Oh, I'm not seeing the numbers. So then you freak out because you're not seeing the numbers, right? Oh, that means I'm failing and my twin flame's never going to come back. How do I get the numbers? Please tell me, you know. And it's just not like that. It's a deeply internal experience when your twin flame is on their way back, okay? And here's why. So the third part of the video, we're going to get into why these are the true signs. Well, it's a deeply internal experience because your twin flame is inside. Your twin flame is you in another body, okay? The soul incarnates. It deincarnates. It reincarnates, right? Past lives, right? We kind of get that. And when people think of past lives and reincarnation, they think of exactly that, reincarnation. They think in linear time. That's the mind, right? Body, mind, soul. We're going to talk about the 3-part triune human, engineered human being, right? What that is. Body, mind, soul, how that works. Well, the mind is duality. It's linear, so it thinks in terms of time. So incarnating, when you hear the word reincarnation, that's exactly what the mind is thinking. Oh, my previous incarnation, that person died in 1974. And then I went to heaven and I hung out there for a while. And then I came back down and reincarnated in 1977 is when I was born. And here I am, right? So my previous incarnation, my past life ended, and then my new one begins. That's how that works. Well, not so fast. There's no such thing as time. And even science has demonstrated that there is no such thing as time. Albert Einstein, the general theory of relativity. Guys, there's no such thing as time. Okay? Now, that said, why can't you have an overlap? Why can't you have two incarnations of the same soul going on at the same time? Well, that is exactly what this is, guys. And the reason they run is because of the duality of mind. The soul is non-duality. And a quick side note, just I want to rebuff this. What we see on the internet about twin flames is that it's one soul that's split, or that it's your two incarnations of one soul, or just something like that. It's your twin flame is your soul. You're one soul somehow. How does that work, right? And the mind is like, that doesn't make sense. Well, it's because the mind is linear, and so it gets stuck in time, right? It's duality, past, future, linear. That's the mind. That's its job. It's not defective because it's doing that. That's what it's for, actually. But my point now is that that is actually true. That is what twin flames are. It's another incarnation of your soul, right? And you might even be asking questions like, well, Kurt, if that person is my soul, why are they rejecting me? Why do they act like an asshole? Why do they, right? Like, whatever it is, if it's my soul, wouldn't they just want to be around me all the time? Right, well, the mind asks that question. You energetically are deriving your sense of self from mentalism, the personality or ego. I call it identity entity, which is mental. It's the mind, okay? And you are not being your true self, your true being. Your true being is not thought. It's not the mind. It's the soul. So again, body, mind, soul. What is the soul? Consciousness. It's not thought. So all this thinking and doing and looking for everywhere for answers to figure out how to get your twin flame to stop running and what is going on is exactly why they're running, because the mind is duality. It's polarized. You push, they pull. The harder you focus on them, the harder they're going to focus on anything but you, because they are you. It's one mind, and the mind is duality. You are just that which is yin, and they are that which is yang. The mind is duality. That's where yin-yang came from, alpha, omega. And again, science has even observed this in our universe. Albert Einstein, again, he called it relativity, opposites, things being relative, higher, lower, lesser, more, greater, lesser, here, there, right? Duality, that's how our universe functions, relativity. And that's how the mind functions. But the soul is not of this universe. As a matter of fact, at your very, very core, there's one layer actually deeper than the soul, and it's source, and that is where the duality of the universe actually came from. But at the level of the soul, you are an individualized experiencer of source consciousness, okay? The soul is a piece of the whole, W-H-O-L-E, right? But that individualized hologram that we call a soul is you having an experience in this universe of duality. And your twin flame is another physical density version of that essence, of that holographic piece that we call a soul, the holographic piece of the whole entire of source, right? Your twin flame is that. They're another physical 3D manifestation of that. So when you're focusing on this person mentally, they run. Mental is opposites. It's duality. You push, they pull away. That's how that works. So think about it energetically. Never mind the story. If you're stuck in the narrative, if you're stuck in the story about your twin flame and why they ran and all the reasons and analyzations of why that's happening, that's why they are running. That's the thing about this that's so interesting. So you just have to get out of that. You transcend the ego mind, the personality, the thought-based system of deriving your sense of self. You transcend that, okay? You leave it behind. You no longer derive your sense of self from that. You remember who you really are, which is pure being, pure consciousness, which is Satori. That was the first sign, right? That was the first sign. And when you're deriving your sense of self from the true self, not the personality, the narrative, the story about who I am, what me is, my history, my background, what is me, who am I, beyond my body, that's personality. You make an energetic shift, and you can't think your way there. You can't figure out how to do that. Now, I'm going to give you some tools at the end of the video. Stick around. You don't want to miss out on the tools I'm going to give you. Other than my free coaching videos, you could go watch my free coaching videos. Just go find my playlist on my channel. There's a playlist called How to Get Your Twin Flame. Go check those videos out, or just look around on the videos section. Go sign up for my paid coaching, right? Or some other tools that are not my tools, or not my own personal creations that I'll give you at the end of the video. But what I'm going to point you at is that this is the true spiritual journey. And guys, I don't know if you noticed, but we just got through the first 4 bullet points, the first 4 signs that I gave you. Your twin flame is your soul. The experience of the soul is Satori. If you're deriving your sense of self from consciousness, not thought, from the true self, which is consciousness, the soul, you're going to experience Satori. And if you want help understanding what that is, stick around. Again, at the end of the video, I'm going to give you a movie that you can go watch that'll give you a sense of what that is. And you may have already experienced Satori in your life. Also, you haven't given them a thought in ages, your twin flame. Haven't thought about them for a while, right? Because you're not approaching your selfhood from mind. You're not deriving your sense of self from mind. You're completely detached from your twin flame because you're detached from your ego. That's where that word came from, actually. It did not come from twin flames. It came from ancient Zen spiritualism, detaching. This is thousands of years old, what I'm sharing with you. And what I'm sharing with you is necessarily not a twin flame teaching. Your twin flame is your soul. You got to do soul stuff. Right now, you're doing mind stuff. And you're not bad for doing that. That's what happens. Welcome to Earth. We come down here, we forget who we are. Monkey see, monkey do. The sins of the Father are vested upon the Son. You are believing you are this ego entity, right? That's who you believe you are, this story, this history. So that's the first 2 signs. The third sign, the knowing, that's also soul. They call it intuition, and it's not understood conceptually, mentally by the mind. Remember, body, mind, soul, it's information, just like thoughts, understanding, concepts, explanations, thoughts, the mind. But this is a different kind of information. It's information that comes from the soul. It's this knowing. I just know. It's like this. There's thoughts and feelings going on. And then you notice thoughts and feelings. Oh, why did I think that? Why am I feeling this way? Have you ever said that to yourself? Why am I thinking about this? Right? And let's face it, with the obsessive thinking with your twin flame, you really kind of can't notice. You can't notice, or you can't not notice, right? You can't not notice the mind. Well, here's the thing. Did you notice that you are the noticer? You are the conscious awareness. Now, let's go a layer deeper. What is the conscious awareness, the noticer? What is consciousness? And the only answer that makes sense really is, well, if I am here looking at thoughts out there, what is I? I guess it's me. I guess consciousness is self? Huh? How about that? Yeah, and again, that's right out of the Tao, guys. That's Buddhism. That's transcendentalism, right? That's ancient Christianity. That's Paramahansa Yogananda, the Dalai Lama, Eckhart Tolle, right? It's not twin flames. That's how you get your twin flame back, guys. You go within. So the knowing, I would ask you, how do you know that you are the consciousness? How do you know that? How do you know that's what me is? There's you, I see thoughts. How do you know that the I is I? How do I know that the I is I? Interesting. I don't know. You just know. It's a knowing. You just know. That's the knowing with your twin flame, but you get information along with that. You know that they're thinking about you. You know your twin flame is coming back. It's not conceptual. It's not mental information. It's something else. And it's just like Satori. It's a very deep experience. Very, very deep. Hard to explain. It's nirvana. It's inner peace. You feel at one with everything. They call it unity consciousness in ancient Zen spiritualism. That's where the word union came from. Now, this is the true spiritual journey that I'm describing right now. That's sign number 4. You're focused on your spiritual journey. You're more into this kind of stuff than you are your twin flame person. And that's exactly when sign number 5, they contact you. They reach out to you. Is this all making sense? Go back and watch this video again if you're even a little bit confused. Or go watch my other free coaching videos. This is your soul's journey, guys. Your twin flame is your soul. That's all this is. Now I'm going to give you some other resources too. I promised you that I would do so. Here it goes. Go watch the Samadhi movie, Samadhi. It's on YouTube. It's free. There's 3 parts. Just watch part 1 for right now. Don't skip around. Start with part 1. It's only an hour long. It's free. Samadhi, Samadhi. And read The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle. You want to get your twin flame back? That's what you got to do. You have to transcend the ego mind. You have to no longer derive your sense of self from personality, from the thinker, from the questioner. Okay? And you can't think your way into that either. There's no amount of questioning that you can do to cause that to happen. Okay? It's something else. So go check out those resources. Thank you very much for watching. I hope I shed some light on things for you today. Have a wonderful week. Bye.